Good morning. Today is Thursday, May 28th, 2020, and welcome to my morning walk. We've had a stormy couple of days here in southeast Texas. Pretty typical for this time of year as our weather transitions from spring into summer. And as I walk the neighborhood, there's evidence of that. I think I slept through every storm we got overnight, but there's a lot of debris, not from buildings or homes, but twigs and small branches from trees laying in the street and laying in yards. So it must have been a wild and woolly weather night here, and I'm thankful to have safely slept through it. But I'm out here this morning. It's about 6:30, 65 degrees. It's just a lovely, lovely morning here in West Houston. My Bible reading plan is, in addition, I've been talking a lot about 1 Samuel here over the last few days, but it's also got me in the Gospel of John. The Gospel of John is always the book of the Bible that I recommend to anybody who's wondering where to start reading the Bible. I always direct them to the Gospel of John. But this morning, I'm rereading the account of Peter. When Jesus told his disciples what was going to happen to him, that the Jews would turn him over to the Romans and that he would die. And Peter boldly says, "Oh Lord, I'll go with you. I'll die with you." And Jesus tells him, No, you won't. He says, Peter, before the night is through, you're going to deny 3 times that you know me before the rooster crows in the morning. And sure enough, Peter did that. Yeah, I love Peter. I love reading about Peter. Peter is rather outspoken, sometimes with very little filter, and I can be that way sometimes too. Sometimes saying things and wishing I could, kind of like a fishing rod, reel those words back into my mouth. Peter was outspoken and brash and bold, and I can relate to that. But what's really touching is, when Peter denied Jesus for the 3rd time and heard the rooster crow, the Bible tells us that he wept bitterly. But you know what Jesus did after his resurrection and when he appeared to the disciples? Jesus reinstated Peter. You see, Jesus knew that Peter would deny him, and Peter did. Jesus suffers his death on the cross. He's resurrected, as he promised he would be. And he goes to Peter, he forgives him for denying him, and he reinstates him. Peter is the rock upon which Jesus said he would build his church. And that's exactly what he did. I take great comfort in that, because sometimes, as I said, I say foolish things. I may do stupid things, and I confess those things to the Lord, and I know that he forgives me. He reinstates me, if you will, not as head of his church, of course, but he reinstates me as his child, one of his children who he loves very much, and one of his children who truly, truly desires to serve him in sharing his gospel and in having his life point straight to Jesus in all that I do and all that I say. Do I screw up? Oh yeah, more often than I'd like to admit. Is Jesus there? Does he forgive me? Every single time. What a big and beautiful thing that is. Wherever you are today, whatever you're doing, I hope you have a wonderful day. To God alone be all the glory. Amen and amen. And you take care.